So, welcome back to part two. This is kind of a short, this has 7 slides, and just to kind of, get you thinking, um, what type of social work um, working with in human services kind of attracts you. And again, I like to say this many times, but you might think, oh, I like this now, but then in 3 years you may like something else. So the good thing about the human services social work degree is it's really, really expandable. So here are just some really quick some skills that you need. So you're going to enhance the problem solving, coping, and developmental capacities of people. And that's probably as you go on and take some counseling courses. You're going to link people with systems that provide them with resources, services, and opportunity. You might do advocacy, develop and improve social policy, and enhance human well-being and alleviate poverty, oppression, and other forms of social justice, or rather contribute to the alleviation. I'm not sure it'll be totally alleviated in our lifetime, but that would be really great. Some more goals: promote the effectiveness and humane operation of systems that provide people with resources and services. Again, in other words, helping to change them. To be an advocate, you might develop programs. You might end up being a supervisor. I was a supervisor of director of an early childhood program for many, many years, and I loved it. You might have a coordinator position. You might have a full-time job somewhere, and then you could be a consultant. You might pursue policies, services, and resources through advocacy and social or political actions that promote social and economic justice. Again, no matter what role you are in, you can still do some kind of advocacy, participate in advocacy activities. You might like research, develop and use research, knowledge, and skills that advance the whole social work practice. So that's, if you're more thinking, you're not sure you want to do the direct service route, you can do the research route too. And again, this is just another picture of many ways to do advocacy and demonstrating. I did advocacy for many, many years, and currently I'm on the YWCA of Northeastern New York, which is right down the street from us, on the board of directors, and I'm also chair of their advocacy committee. Social work functions: you might be a case manager, a person designated to mostly connect people with any kind of resources, mental health resources, economic resources, food pantries, anything. Many, many nonprofit agencies employ a case manager. Case management is the procedure to plan, seek, and monitor services from a variety of agencies and staff on behalf of a client. So it's good to become familiar with different kind of agencies in the locale you work with, so you will be able to connect them with different kinds of services. You also might have some kind of leadership position. You might do community organizing aimed at stimulating and assisting the local community to evaluate, plan, and coordinate efforts to provide for the community's health, welfare, and recreational needs. So that, administration is a function of social work too. And administration is directing the overall program of a social service agency. So you could do that with a social work degree, usually a master's in social work, and of course you might have to take some courses in administration. You might be the type that likes to do group work, seeks to facilitate the intellectual, emotional, and social development of individuals through group activities. Group therapy, you would really need your master's in social work. So you look at the behavioral and emotional adjustment of individuals through a group process. You might like to work with families. Family therapy is very popular in this society today. Type of group therapy aimed at helping families with interactional behavior and emotional problems. So there's all kinds of different therapies. You're really not trained to do definitely any kind of therapy until you have your master's in social work and you are have taken all the appropriate courses. So again, I will repeat some of this in the other classes because I found over my years, students do come to me and they're always asking me, well, what can I do with the social work degree? And again, it is a real elastic and valuable degree, and it will, take you throughout your whole lifetime because you can do lots of different things with it. Okay, so after this, there's a part 3. In the part 3, there is an activity, and you will submit those of you in the online class will submit a worksheet to me. Those of you in the real-time class will also, but we'll do that activity together. Okay, so have a good rest of the day.